In terms of exploring your question, I mean, there are so many different ways to answer this, so many reasons why we shy away from or are unable to connect religious pluralism and racial justice together. So let me give you a few. I have three that I'd like to share. But before even doing that, let me share why it matters so much to me. And it is as I've grown up in this country, and as I look around today, it seems that we are hesitant and scared to recognize that we have a limited and distorted view of what racism is in this country. And this is a major problem because it prevents us from seeing the full picture and from seeing the full picture with accuracy. So if we don't understand the problem, then how can we ever create effective solutions? So that's why this question is so critical to me and why I'm so grateful to you, Billy, and to the Aspen team for bringing it forward. And so the question becomes, why is it so hard for us to see the connection between racial justice and religious pluralism? And what do we do about that? So I'll offer three ideas that I think really obscure our vision and distort our vision. First, I'd say that we like to think that racism has nothing to do with religion. That's what we like to think, but that's not true. And we know that's not true. Historically, American racism was quite literally born out of religion. If we look at the very logic or theology that drove European colonization around the world, but particularly in America, it was theology drawing from Pope Alexander VI, whose doctrine of discovery invited Christians to discover these lands, quote unquote, discover these lands, and ensure that, and this is a direct quote, the Catholic faith and Christian religion be exalted and be everywhere increased and spread, that the health of souls be cared for, and that the barbarous nations be overthrown and brought to faith itself. Now, we don't learn about this in schools. We don't even talk about it now. But the reality is that while some ask what religion has to do with American racism, when we attend to its conquest and colonization, we have to ask the question, is it even possible to decouple religion from American racism? So that's one. The second is we prefer to think that even if those were sins of past religious experience and practice, that they are relics of the past, that they no longer pertain to modern America. But that's not true either. Right? So it's true that early Christian slaveholders used the Bible to justify the enslavement of darker skinned people. That's true. It's also true that vigilante groups terrorized Black Americans as these vigilantes rode around in white hoods with a Bible in their hands. That's true too. But even now, right, if we look at today, prominent evangelical pastors spewed racist hate against America's first Black president. We could talk endlessly about the role of religion in modern white nationalism. The point is that religion and race are intertwined in the past, in the present, and they will be in the future too, unless we're able to intervene effectively. And so we can only begin when we are willing to start seeing it. And the third point is that it's one that feels really personal to me because this comes out of my own lived experience. We like to think of race and religion as discrete identity categories, that one has nothing to do with the other.